This is NBC Nightly News with John Chancellor and David Brinkley. Tonight, Monday, May 9th, reported from London and the NBC News Center in New York.
Good evening. Patricia Hearst, who fired 2 machine guns to cover the retreat of her friends in Los Angeles robbery, was given 5 years probation for that crime today. The defense and the prosecution joined in asking the judge not to send the heiress to jail. The judge said there had been no special deal because her family has millions, that, in fact, she may have been treated too harshly by authorities who wanted to avoid that kind of criticism. Don Oliver was there when the judgment was handed down.
Patty Hearst arrived for sentencing surrounded by private bodyguards who hustled her into court. She had pleaded no contest to the Los Angeles charges of assault with a deadly weapon and robbery. She had done so, her attorney said, to avoid the trauma of another trial, and because they didn't think she could win. Attorney F. Lee Bailey urged the judge to grant probation, arguing that Hearst is rehabilitated, no threat to society, that incarceration would serve no purpose. The prosecutor stood up and agreed. Deputy District Attorney Sam Mayerson said the 371 days she had already spent in jail were sufficient punishment. The judge said he doesn't think there is a heart in America that isn't filled with compassion for Miss Hearst's parents. He sentenced her to 5 years probation. Judge E. Talbot Callister said he is convinced that Hearst's safety would be in dire jeopardy if she went to prison. Hearst whispered a barely audible thank you to the judge, turned and hugged her mother. She remains free on bail, waiting for a decision on her appeal of the 7-year sentence a federal jury gave her for bank robbery in San Francisco. The only family member who said anything about today's sentence was her father, Randolph Hearst.
Well, we're very pleased, thank you.
Hearst's attorney said there had been no deals, that they didn't know beforehand what the sentence would be. The prosecutor denied Hearst got any special favors.
It happened that she is rich, or her family is, but that does not, in my opinion, change the factual circumstances that justified the sentence we recommended.
There are bound to be those who will continue to argue that had this defendant not been Patty Hearst, had her parents not had wealth and position, she would have gone to prison. Don Oliver, NBC News, Los Angeles.
Also on the program this evening, President Carter at 2 summit conferences, an administration plan to increase Social Security taxes for some